back, guys, to part 2 of Ross Capioni true life story. Last time I wasn't able to finish the whole story, so this time I got enough space to finish the story. So with that being said, make sure you thumbs up the video, make sure you subscribe, leave your comments down below. With that being said, let's get into this video.
Like, the doctor said no, I'm going to try to help him. This man doesn't know who I am. He could have said, yeah, he's dead, all right, I'm going back home. He said, no, I feel something, I'm going to try. Did the heart surgery, gave me 24 hours to, see if I was still breathing on the ventilator. After 24 hours, I was still alive. They fixed my arm and my head, and I woke up 3 days later. I remember, waking up, and it was still all white, white everywhere, and I'm like, dead. I'm 17, I'm dead. And then it starts to, come in, and it's I see curtains, like a frickin' oxygen tank, and I'm starting, then out of nowhere, bam, perfect vision again, I'm in a hospital, and then I'm tied down to the bed because I got the breathing tube in me. I got this thing pumping air into my lungs, so I start freaking out. But there was a nurse there the whole time, though. I didn't even notice her because I was all tied down, and I just hear screaming he's awake! He's awake! And I see her, running out of the room, and then, running back, 3 more nurses and the doctor, just this woman just coming around the corner, flying, throws her clipboard in the air, runs up to me, oh my God, you look beautiful, and in my head I'm like, what do you mean? I look beautiful, I can't even, what's going on? Why am I tied down? And then she's like, all right, 1, 2, and on 2, she pulled that thing out of my throat, man. I got to breathe again, real air, of course I coughed up a ball of tar and BBs, but everyone was just looking at me you're alive, you're breathing on your own right now, what's your name? I don't know. What year is it? What? Who's the president? Huh? Is there any way we could contact anyone you know with a phone number? I was like, 2-7. Out of anything, my name, anything, the year, the only thing I remembered after that was my father's phone number. For 3 days, my family didn't know. My father was outside, spraying out the garage, and he got the phone call from the hospital saying, I think we got your son, he's been shot, but he's alive. So, I don't know how my parents had it. I don't know how that feels, you're a father, so, I don't know, it chokes me up, because, it's crazy, but they came down there, and I remember, I seen my mom come in and my dad, and I'm looking at him, I was like, Mom, you can't get mad at me right now. She's like, mad? You're alive, you're alive. After, the 4th day, they were like, all right, get up, start walking, let's go. I'm like, let's go where? He's like, you're going.
Battery low.
Days. He's like, dude, you're going home. What do you want to live in a hospital? You want to go live your life again? I'm like, sir, I got a hole in my chest the size of a teacup. He's like, listen, Ross, I'll give you a tip of advice. You live through this, you're going to be okay. Just go home, live your life, don't hang out with these kids anymore. After 5 days, they sent me home. So, I'm shot, My parents are asking me questions. My dad's asking me, what are we going to do about it? And I'm telling him, Dad, I know who did it, The next day, out of a movie, these men in suits came in. And my dad's like, yeah, can I help you? And they pull out their, badges and FBI, They say the kid's name. And I'm like, yeah, I know him, that's who shot him. He's like, oh, could you identify him through a picture? I was like, of course. Pull out a picture of the kid. He said, that's him right there. He said, Ross, we have him in custody. I said, how? I just woke up 2 days ago. I just learned my name again, how to talk. He's like, the day blank shot you, he called blank and told him. So this kid shoots me and calls his buddy and says, hey, I shot Ross, he's dead. The kid's like, no, you didn't, you're lying. Because imagine another 15-year-old kid saying to a 15-year-old kid, So after they hang up, the kid he told calls the police on him. And he was met by the SWAT team right at his front yard. Got him. And all I had to do was go to court and testify against him. I went in there, man, in a wheelchair, head still stapled, no teeth, 105 pounds because of all the blood I lost, arm cast, and I sat in front of 40 of his family and him, and he couldn't look me in the eye. He had his head down the whole time. And I had to tell my story like this to everyone. That was the first one. I had to go back to final sentencing, and that's when I was healed. Like, so I walked back in the courtroom the second time. He comes out in a purple suit, top hat, cane, and sunglasses. This is the kid who shot me at court, smiling. While his family cheers him on, says, like, way to shoot Ross, called me a coward because I was taking the justice route. Like, I didn't lower myself to his standards and go try to kill him. I spoke, and the judge, like, looked at this kid and said, said his name, and he said, "Yo, Ross, thank you." And the kid just looked at the judge like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Because if you would have killed Ross that day, you would have got life in prison. But since Ross was a warrior and survived, you get a second chance," and he just slammed the gavel on him. It's like, "Have fun in prison for 35 years. Well, I found out that the cause of the shooting was because he had to join a gang. That was his initiation was kill a random person. He had to pick someone, so he just thought I would be the guy to pick." Yeah, that happened in 2007. In about 4 years. And I'm telling you, the first two were the hardest. It gets hard, like waking up and knowing like someone's trying to like shoot you down. You got to get through that every day. Like seeing people. Like I get on a bus, public bus, I'm freaking out the whole time. Like I don't trust anyone on the bus. For a while, my mother had to like take care of me as like how you do an infant, like washing, changing, feeding. Like I'm 17 years old and I got my mom bathing me. I can't move. I got no hand. I can't talk. I'm all sweet. And my dad and mom were like, "Ross, like come on, like the doctors say, like give it time." And then all my friends like coming to see me, hanging out with me. Like started getting more positive. One day I woke up and I felt different. Like I was like, you know what? This is my world. That's when I like every time in physical therapy, like I would try to do something, mess up. I'd be like, well, it's like a nollie backside flip. Like you're gonna mess up until you try it and land it. When I'd mess up, I'd be like, no, I'd backside flip, and then I'd get it. Like I'd do something with my hand and like put the thing in, and the doctor'd be like, "Oh yeah, good job, like you did it." I'd be like, So I like started living my life as like skateboarding. It's been working. I'm very blessed. I see it now. Like when before, I'm like, like I'm so unlucky. Like I went through all this getting shot, and really, like I look at it now after like maturing and growing up. Like it just gave me like a whole new leg up on life and how I can live my life, and it's crazy. Like it's like makes me happy to be alive, and just like I'm so grateful for everything. Like I just look at what I got. I don't look at what I don't have. I look at what I have.
Well, there you go, guys. Part 2 of Ross CAPICCHIONI. So if you like these stories and these different kind of videos that I put up, just leave down in the comments if you like seeing true life stories and people surviving through situation like this, and just telling their testimony about living through almost being dead. So with that being said, guys, we love you. God bless you. Till next time, make sure you smash the thumbs up. Make sure you leave your comments. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. With that being said, guys, love you. God bless you. Till next time, peace.